Hey man, welcome. I've done you a favor and made a quick list of all of the noteworthy free games for your juicy face to enjoy this week. And I want to start on the Epic Store, where we have something very special. It's coming your way starting the 30th of January, where Undying will be free to claim. Here, your juicy cheeks are caught in a zombie apocalypse and you will stop at nothing to ensure that your son Cody gets to safety. Here, you'll be enduring countless perils, including the zombie infection that's beginning to take over your body, and not to mention teaching this idiot Cody how to survive on his very own. And I think it's fair to say that the people behind Undying attempted to take one of the most hated game mechanics of all time, escorting NPCs, and somehow just made a decent experience out of it. Cody, your mostly helpless son, starts the game as a useless liability, but with the promise of your own inevitable demise due to your zombie infection, you have to not only take care of him but prepare him for the world ahead. Here, the developers have built an XP or skill system based entirely on Cody, which means that while it would almost certainly be quicker just to do it yourself, you will also lose out on valuable XP if you don't at least get this Cody asshole involved. All in all, I would definitely recommend picking up Undying for free. I think the game's got a lot of heart. If you're looking for a lighter survival game and can tolerate a few rough edges and oddities here and there, I think you'll find this bad boy to be a real gem. And a heads up, until the 30th of January, you can still claim Behind the Frame, the finest scenery in the world, which is a game none of us would have purchased with our hard-earned money. It's an interactive fiction about an inspiring artist that offers a relaxing, eloquent experience. It can be played at any pace, even a snail pace will work with this one. It is for sure a game that hits on max chill level, and according to the system requirements, it seems to be able to be run even on my grandmother's toaster, which is nice for a change. So I guess it's fair to say that Behind the Frame goes out to the artistic dudes, the ones looking for max chill, and those with PCs that can barely run Windows. By the way, if you want to stay up to date on free games and get them served to you in this quick and quirky setting, then do us both a favor and smash the subscribe button and like the video because it really helps and also warms my ice cold heart. Oh, and as always, links to all of the games mentioned in this video are in the description and they take you straight to the deal, so no googling required. To be fair with you, there are a few other free games hiding on the Epic Store, but after checking them out, I came to the conclusion that most of them are NFT blockchain garbage, and I thought I would do us both a favor and skip these. Actually, I'm already getting a bit of a vomit flavor in my mouth just by writing a script about them. You're welcome, let's move on. Heads up, the AAA goodness in For Honor is going free to play on all platforms starting 23rd of January and ending on the 3rd of February. For Honor is basically like my ex-girlfriend. Beautiful and interesting on the surface, but incredibly unresponsive and kinda unbalanced on the inside. You know, let's be fair, For Honor can be an extremely fun game, but the lack of balancing is frustrating. The game doesn't know whether to balance around 4 versus 4 or 1 versus 1, causing an imbalance in both modes. But with everything else, if you take the time to learn all of the complex mechanics in the game, I think you can have a ton of fun. I had the pleasure of playing this bad boy for a few hours and it brought me nothing but mental instability and rage. But again, I'm kinda weird, so that's okay. If you're interested in taking For Honor out for a spin, I'll have left the link in the description that takes you straight to the For Honor sign up page. Let's head on over to Steam and start with a free game to claim in Batography. What I was trying to say is Batography, and you'll unfortunately have to wait until the 29th of January where it's set to be released. In Batography, you play as a curious bat on a mission to take a full-fledged photo of the moon. Here you get to run, climb, glide and snap your way through an array of obstacles while interacting with the cheeky characters in the neighborhood. It's actually been a significant while since we got offered a free 2D side-scrolling puzzle photography adventure game, so I guess it's a good one to get that cup filled just a little bit more. Next, I want to take a quick look at Goddess of Swing. Here, you dance through the roaring 20s and convert foes back to electric swing in a fast-paced, action-packed party. Surprisingly, I must admit that this bad boy was actually sitting in with positive reviews, and considering it was released on the 22nd of January, that's pretty impressive. A casual action-adventure time management game with funky music that's for sure worth taking for a spin. But keep in mind, this bad boy is currently in early access, so expect a few bugs and hiccups along the way. But I feel pretty confident that the developer will get those sorted and make this juicy, buttery smooth experience. Next, I want to take a quick look at HyperChannel, which for some reason is weirding me out. I don't know if it's the graphics, the movement, or just the lack of color. Probably a mix of all three. It's a first-person endless shooting game that tried its absolute best to immerse players in a whimsical world inspired by classic rubber hose animation styles, and I guess the cartoony aesthetic gives the game a unique charm. It's off to a bit of a rough start with mixed reviews, and that could most likely be due to this bad boy only having one map and only a handful of enemies to enjoy. But considering the asking price of $0, that's okay. Next up, a quick look at Keali. The other guardian spirits have gone missing, and it's your responsibility as Keali, a self-proclaimed master of chores and errands, to fix whatever's gone wrong. Here, you get to use your tether and other movement abilities to traverse past the creeping vines, fly past danger, and master your skills. This one for sure goes out to the platforming homies, and who have that extra itch that needs to be scratched. Keali is sitting in with positive reviews and still in early access, so keep that in mind if you decide to jump right in. I took a quick trip down memory lane and actually stumbled across Cervus Blade, which is an enchanting third-person action-adventure game that takes place on an epic journey through a deer-worshipping desert world. Whatever the hell that means. This bad boy was released back in August of 2023, which sounds almost like it was a century ago. But that shouldn't fool you. It's currently sitting in with the positive reviews on a total of 331 reviews, and for sure worth playing. Here you engage in high-octane combat, testing your skills in challenging encounters, unleashing the power of the blade and becoming a legend of your very own little world. Okay, let's be fair, I can feel our collective brain is thinking the same thing. A low-budget Dark Souls clone? Nah, no thank you. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I mean, Cervus Blade, as I said, is sitting in with positive reviews, so maybe we don't know what the hell that we are talking about. I guess what it is that I'm trying to tell you is that if you want your Souls cup filled up to the max, which we both know is pretty empty at this time, then head on over to Steam and give Cervus Blade a go. And with that, I pretty much think that we got to the end of today's video. That was the list of free games that are worth enjoying. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you did, subscribe if you haven't, like why not. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.